Okay, so the thumbnail is not clickbait. An RV did fall off the tow truck. We're going to get to that in just a little bit. This video is a continuation of our trip to go into Alaska from Florida. And what I want to do is, if you yourself or you know somebody that has driven or operated a giant tow truck, and you'll see it later in the video, the size of this tow truck that actually dropped the RV. If you've operated one of those, please leave a comment and chime in. And if you know somebody that has, tell them to watch the video. We're kind of still trying to figure out how something like this happens. So, you know, they're saying a seal blew in one of the cylinders. And I'll talk to you at the end of the video after you watch it, because there's a couple other things I wanted to go over and that I didn't realize until I was editing the video. We're filming season 4 right now. So if you want to follow along with us, that'd be great. So let's get on with the video. And remember, we're starting at a campground in someplace in Georgia. And then that's the drive day that the RV falls off the tow truck. So this KOA here, this thing's basically all downhill. Check it out. So the whole campground's kind of downhill, and then they level each site. This is like the old section here. We're up at the top, and we don't have sewer. We're not full hookup. So, but down on the bottom is the new section, which has sewer. Kind of weird. Thought it flowed downhill. And there's the new section. Not a tree left. And this whole place was empty last night. So they filled up pretty good today. So we're getting our morning walk on before we get back on the road all day today. Yesterday we got fuel about 3/4 of the way to here, $82. 379 miles yesterday. I'll have the log up in the top of the screen.
In 700 feet, take the entrance to the right on I-75 North.
So we're at a rest area. We're off the side of 75. First time ever going through Atlanta, and there was no traffic coming to a stop. I guess there's a first time for everything. Oh, look who it is. You want to come in? Where we go? So Lisa's gonna make some lunch, and we're waiting for our friends to catch up to us, Mark and Evelyn. They stopped at the gas station to get gas. It was the craziest truck stop ever. We couldn't even find a place to park our rig. Very unfriendly towards RVers with towing, because there's no pull-through parking spaces. Like here at the rest area, we can just pull right on out because we can't back up with the car. Man, and there was like a million trucks in there. It was crowded. So then we'll get back on the road and we'll be in Chattanooga here in a little bit. Are you begging from the couch?
I love the camp.
I'm thinking that this is like perfect level for a begging poodle to stand on the couch. Dad would never give you a piece of human food. Oh, but you don't get it begging off the counter. Come over here. Come over here, Tara. So we didn't get caught in the Atlanta traffic, and they jinxed us. Look at this. Coming into Chattanooga, coming up I-75, coming up to the split. So this must be all the people going on their July 4th holiday stuff. Their friend's generator crapped out again, and it appears to be a fuel pump. And Cummins is closed already for the holiday, so they're not even open on Friday. Okay, so things just went from bad to worse. Our friends that are traveling with us, their air conditioner went out in their dash, and it seems like it's just the belt. The belt's really loose, like it doesn't have any more you can tighten, no more room. So in order to get that off, you have to take off 2 other belts, and the one looks like it's impossible to get off, which is the power steering belt. Well, apparently I think that belt slung off and took out the power steering belt. So now they don't have any power steering, which means that they also don't have any power brakes. So now that puts them dead in the water. Broke down the side of the interstate waiting for a wrecker. July 3rd, 4:30 in the afternoon. You ain't gonna find any place that's gonna fix it over the holiday. And they need a place to stay. So they convinced the Good Sam's Roadside Assistance to take that camper of theirs and take it to the campground, which is about 25 miles from where they're broke down. and then we're gonna go ahead and try to put a belt on it. I just feel bad that they're out here in the heat with no air conditioning. So I'm gonna pick up the wife and the 2 dogs, and we're gonna take them back to our campsite, and then hopefully by then the wrecker will come and get the camper. Not how I wanted to spend July 4th, but it is what it is. Okay, I can guarantee that you're not gonna believe this story. So everything was in the clear. I got back here with his wife, the dogs, got them all situated. Tow truck from Good Sam's just showed up 3 hours. They were talking 6 hours. They got this company here in 3 hours. He calls me up and says, "You're not gonna believe this. The RV came off the tow truck. Like going down the road came off." So apparently there's not a whole lot of damage done to it, but somebody hit it on the back side of it. So it's being towed here to the campground, and we'll check it out here in just a second when it gets here. So what happened to us today seems kind of minor. We lost our protector toe. This is the only thing that was left of it. And it was ground down right there where it hit the ground, but that's gone. I got to order another one because that saved a lot of damage to the front of the car. Before we had that, we got a window all chipped up and 2 fog lights punched out. So they're coming back with that camper, and we're gonna go check it out. Unbelievable story. How many times does an RV fall off of a tow truck? I mean, come on. Okay, so they're here just getting ready to pull in with the camper. Let's go see what the damage is. Oh man, it does have some damage on the back corner there. Oh really? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'll watch your video.
All right. So Kathy gave us some cardboard. What a day.
You can't make it up. You could spend all day writing a book and writing a plot, and you couldn't come up with all of it.
How do you get a tire mark all the way up there?
That's just, he ripped his mirror off.
Oh, that's where his mirror was?
The thing was going like this. I think I probably hit him. Because the thing was like, whoop, 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 whoop.
Oh, it was about to flip?
Yeah, it should have flipped.
Hey, Mark. Was this the same tow truck that towed it originally?
No.
What's the big one for?
That was the one that broke.
The big one broke?
Yeah. This is Troy. He's a really nice guy.
Hey, Troy.
Evelyn and Chris.
How often does this happen? How often does this happen? Once a week. RV comes loose?
He told me it's broken loose. I don't have it anymore. Is what he said. Those are good words. I don't have it anymore. I'm thinking.
So what?
You don't have it anymore.
So what happened? It lowered down?
Yeah, it fell right onto the. Let's walk over to this tow truck.
Oh yeah. Look at you, see all the fluid and stuff all over it.
And it dropped down, and so it was like this, and then you turn it, and it went like this, and then you had to slam on the brakes to make it stop. So I'm sure it probably hit the front of the thing.
Right.
And then it was resting on this thing, the bumper, so it pushed the whole bumper up.
Oh man.
And it was sitting on that. It wasn't sitting on
the wheel things.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But he was like, I don't have it anymore. I'm thinking, what? No, I don't have it anymore. And he's like trying to steer it. The thing is, the whole truck is going this way, and then this truck here.
The big truck.
This truck here is going this way, pushing us all over the road. And I thought sure that our motorhome was gonna fall over. It was a miracle. It was just a freaking miracle.
Holy crap.
This all started at like 1 o'clock today. Oh, you should see the fan up there.
You saw it?
I haven't. I'll show it to you.
Oh, it came spit it all the way out? Hey, you got the parking brake on?
Not yet.
You might want to put it on.
You want the parking brake on, sir?
You might want to do something. Gonna roll away. Well, it was in pristine condition. It's this motorhome. When I say pristine, I'm saying this thing looked like it came out of a museum. That's the belt? All of this damage because of this belt right here. Yeah, this thing was in really good shape. Now look at it. Oh man. That's not even rotted, that's just tore all up. damaged all this. All that. That stuff, you can't even buy that stuff. This is like antique stuff. Bent the handle all up. The mirror hit here and then hit there. Oh, the awning's all mangled too. Not bad. Hopefully it rolls back out. Man, it even hit right up there by the window. Didn't break a window though. That's pretty amazing. Oh man, it bent this in. Look at that. Hey, the marker light's still here. Got a little scratch on it. Wow, this guy must have been next to him and it hit into him. That's just crazy. The guy said it came loose. I don't have it anymore. Unbelievable. But they said they're gonna do the right thing. So let's climb underneath and see what we see. Oh man. The thing's up underneath here, the straighter valve, so.
We use that on all our semi-trucks.
Right. You guys fix semi-trucks too?
Oh yeah.
So what happened? This thing actually came out of the H-hook where it lifts up on the wheel?
I think what happened, his lift failed and it hit the ground.
Mark was saying that it was going like crazy, like it was going to flip over.
Yeah. Yeah, it's from it's from the front tires hitting the ground and the steering all over the place.
Oh, that's right, because the steering is not locked on it.
Right,
So.
not when it's up in the air.
Put that under there for a good measure. Here you can see we got a 50 amp plug, a 30 amp plug, and a 20 amp plug. So you just got to turn the breaker on. That's kind of what a campground pedestal looks like, in case you were wondering. Man, you got handprints all over this thing where you're looking underneath it. So I guess the drive shaft's still disconnected because they're going to tow it away on Monday. This is July 3rd. July 4th, 2020, right? And when I say this camper was pristine, I mean, look at this thing. Everything's original inside of it. Everything. I mean, look at that microwave. That's all original. The complete meal oven. Magic Chef. Straight out of 1990. This thing was like a museum piece. So sad. Hey, happy 4th of July. So it's the next day after the RV came off the wrecker. Check this out. It's our little snack spread. And you know it's going to get serious. I got the margarita. Making margaritas. So everybody social distancing. You know Kathy. And you know John. It's hot here. 90 degrees still. Just like Florida. Humid. But we got some fans going on. And enjoying the 4th of July. Okay, so now that you saw the whole video, a question comes to mind. Well, first, let me thank Mark and Evelyn for allowing us to share with you their horrible vacation video. It's kind of weird filming something like that. You know, a lot of emotions in this video. So thanks again, Mark and Evelyn. We appreciate it. And if you remember seeing when Mark takes me to the back of the giant tow truck to show me the cylinder that had supposedly failed and dropped the camper, I didn't realize until I was editing the video there's a cylinder on each side of that big arm thing. The one cylinder they're not the same size, they're not symmetrical. If you know what those cylinders do, I'd be curious, because that's what supposedly failed on the truck. I don't know if it did or not. That's what they're saying. It blew a seal. All that oil that was on there was supposedly from the cylinder, but when it dropped the camper, it also sheared off 2 oil cooler lines. And the engine was running at the time, so they didn't disconnect the drive shaft. They were towing it with the engine idling in neutral to keep the transmission fluid pumping. So it was running, and I don't know if all that oil came from the engine or if it actually did come from that cylinder, but I was just curious what those 2 cylinders on the back are for. Alright, so until next video, we'll see you. And give it a thumbs up, subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.